So I want to remind you today, God knows you well, and he knows every situation and every circumstance you are facing, and every situation and every circumstance that you are going through, as well as coming out of. Amen?
Amen.
So I'm here to also remind you that I know sometimes you may feel that God is not reacting to your situation. Don't we often say that sometimes?
Yes.
Well, go to Isaiah chapter 55. Let me show you something. We often say, why don't he do something about this? He knows my situation. He knows what's going on with me. Of course he knows. Isaiah 55 verse 7 says this here. It says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. Verse 8 says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So God says, I'm thoughtful of you. Just because you happen to go through something that you think hurts, then just realize you don't know anything about hurt. You don't know the hurt that I went through just for you, so that you wouldn't feel hurt. So I want to remind you that there is an expected end for you, and that expected end is something of good and not of evil. And that's the same thing that he was telling the Israelites. So since the Lord has this intimate, detailed, personal knowledge of each of us, you have to wonder sometimes, well, what does he do with it? Well, I'm here to tell you. How does God's knowledge of your life and mind cause him to respond? So I want to show you 3 ways that God moves in response to his knowledge of his people. So when you ask that question, well, why isn't he doing anything? Oh, yes, he is. He's doing something. And the thing about it, I love what he says, my thoughts are higher than yours. See, God is proactive. He's not reactive. See, that word proactive means that plans have already been made for the action that's going to take place. So there's something that's going to counter whatever's going to come your way. See, God always have a plan, and his plan always works. Amen? So God reacted to you in your past. He reacted toward the Israelites in their past. So God moved in Israel's past by choosing them over all the other nations of the earth. He moved by delivering them from Egyptian bondage. He also did something else. He moved by bringing them through the wilderness and to the promised land. He had plans for this nation. Notice what Jeremiah says, not of evil, but of what? Something good, but plans of what? Peace. Plans that were designed to bring them to an expected end. And so when we look at what took place with the Israelites, we can sort of put ourselves in that position just as well. So what God did for them, he will also what? Do for us.